Hi everyone, so I'm live, hopefully you can hear me. I'm going to walk a bit further away actually if they get louder. The crowd are really loud here, hopefully you can hear me. So today's hearing was to set a timetable for further hearings going down the road with regards to the case with Julian Assange being extradited to the United States. There is going to be a further hearing in October, and the CPS have requested a 5-day hearing starting the 24th of February 2020. Assange's lawyers stated that Assange was a resident in healthcare in Belmarsh prison, and he has no computer, no access to computer, etc. No access to any way for him to prepare his case and coordinate with his defence, which is obviously a problem for him, considering the other side is obviously a superpower that's had 7 years and millions of dollars worth of defence lawyers thrown at it, and obviously they're well prepared and he won't be. He's only just found out the charges, remember, because they were under a seal indictment that those guys over there in the media swore to God, oh, it might not be there. Yeah, well, just shows you what they know. Excuse me. Assange's lawyers have also said they will be appealing his 50-week sentence for skipping bail on the charge of what tantamounts to be consensual sex without a condom in Sweden, which the case couldn't even get a European arrest warrant, remember. The Swedish judge threw that out. So now Assange is obviously in Belmarsh prison, remember, for 50 weeks. That's what his sentence was. Now you wouldn't expect him to serve the full 50 weeks, especially if he's on good behaviour. So he could well be out before this extradition actually happens in February, and this is something I'm going to have to look into more to find out what would happen, what were the legalities around it, where he would go, and obviously how safe he would be as well. Who knows what could happen as soon as he does come out of that prison door. So that's the situation. It's going to be deferred until February. That's what we know so far. And if anything else transpires, I'll let you know. Now we're going to get off from here now. I'm going to go somewhere else because we're actually going to be reporting something that we found out about today that is happening, and hopefully you'll stay tuned for that. But for now, we're going to get off from here. Excuse me. I think it's all the cars going past. I can't do with this pollution, but yeah, we're going to go from here to another event that's being held in London at the moment that the press won't be covering for sure, that really needs attention. And that's what I'm going to be heading off to do. But yeah, the extradition hearing won't be until February the 24th, 2020. So whether this is good news or not for Assange, we'll have to peel over the pieces and find out exactly what went on in their court, of bits and pieces from second hand at the moment. So we shall find out, but it doesn't sound too bad. It sounds like he could well be out before this extradition hearing is in February. That's certainly what I have put 2 and 2 together come up with for us. So we shall see going forward. I'm going to get off now. Please make sure you hit the like button. Please make sure you subscribe. Please make sure you click the bell as well to make sure you get notification when I drop further videos. They are really restricting us in independent media. And yeah, I'm just going to go over there actually because there is a statement happening right now.
Just step back a couple of meters so we've got space, otherwise we're back. Take a step back. Everyone step back a little bit, thank you. Sorry.
Allow the people to stand here and then someone having to face
Right, shall we all step back, yeah?
Yeah, but
Let's all get back.
as well. Is everyone having enough space?
Guys, make sure your weight will go on. If you're having a microphone, sorry.
How many of us will be here during the break?
Well, do we have the no extradition banner, please? The banner, where is the no extradition banner, please? No extradition banner.
It's here, it's here. It's here.
Sorry. Thanks.
Free Julian Assange here and now. The freedom of
There's only one decision.
no extradition. It's only one decision. No extradition. It's only one decision. No extradition. It's only one decision. No extradition. It's only one decision. No extradition.
There's only one decision.
No extradition.
There's only one decision.
No extradition.
There's only one decision.
No extradition.
There's only one decision.
No extradition.
There's only one decision.
No extradition.
There's only one decision.
No extradition. UK, hands up Assange. US, 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 UK, hands up Assange. UK, hands up Assange. US, UK, hands up Assange. US, UK, hands up Assange. UK, hands up Assange. US, UK, hands up Assange. US, UK, hands up Assange. US, UK, hands up Assange. Oh my God. US, UK, hands up Assange. Hands up Assange. US, UK, hands up Assange.
US, UK,
second.
Thank you, WikiLeaks! 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 Thank you, Julian Assange! Thank you, WikiLeaks! Thank you, WikiLeaks! Thank you, WikiLeaks!
Thank you, Julian Assange! Journalists that seek to tell the truth. Just one. Julian Assange! Free 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 Julian Assange!
Thank you! Thank you! Julian Assange!
Thank you!
WikiLeaks!
Thank you!
Julian Assange!
Thank you!
WikiLeaks!
Thank you!
Julian Assange!
Thank you!
WikiLeaks!
Thank you!
Julian Assange!
Thank you!
Chelsea Manning! Thank you!
Chelsea Manning!
Thank you! Chelsea Manning! Thank you, Chelsea Manning! Thank you, Julian Assange! Thank you, WikiLeaks! Thank you,
Show
Julian
some
Assange!
bloody love to Julian Assange! No extradition!
So can I say something quickly?
No extradition!
I don't need a loudhailer. I have internal loudhailers. So I'm here, as some of you may know, as someone that's been through this meal, this circus is too light a word, through this horrific process of the United States trying to extradite me for allegedly committing crimes that I couldn't have committed because I wasn't ever there. The same applies to Julian. He is not accused of breaking US law by being in the US. He is accused of journalism, of the crimes of informing the public about important truths that we have a right to know. And I just want to tell you that it is not a fair process here. It is slanted and biased towards extradition to the USA because our horrific government under Tony Blair changed the treaty so that the US has no requirement to substantiate any evidence whatsoever. So you can expect the claims made in the extradition request and the claims made in court to not be contested and to not be evidence, and the only defence possible is not on the basis of truth and facts but procedurally, and the procedural simple answer is that it would be a gross violation of Julian Assange's human rights for him to be extradited to the USA, where similarly to myself he would undoubtedly face horrific prison conditions that have been roundly condemned by experts in America and around the world and are considered tantamount to torture. This is just for general prisoners, but someone who is likely to be held in solitary confinement either for administrative reasons or because of his ill health, similarly to in my case, this is definitely torture. There is not a shadow of a doubt that being denied liberty and then being denied fresh air and sunshine and any sociability whatsoever, and to be confined in a small room either by yourself or under the constant watch of another prisoner, as is the case under Suicide Watch, and to be put in degrading and inhumane clothing such as the suicide smocks that are used on suicidal patients, is torture. There is no other word for it. Julian, like myself, is not facing anything that could ever be considered a proportionate sentence especially as I don't think that he's committed any crimes whatsoever, that he's facing what would be a life sentence, over 100 years, 170 years or something on all the charges. And he would not be given bail because if you are extradited, you're automatically considered a flight risk. And so it's likely that he would be held in pre-trial detention, again, in horrific and inhumane conditions. However, that said, that I'm standing here today and not locked in a concrete box 2,000 miles away or dead is testament to the fact that this one-sided treaty and this unheard process can occasionally give the right result and the just result, which is not to have the extradition. But that only happens because of people like yourselves in the press and people like ourselves supporting, because we shouldn't kid ourselves on that this is an impartial, aloof judicial process. It is a political matter. Extradition is a matter of sovereignty in politics, and therefore the people who make these decisions, be it the judge, be it the Home Secretary who has the final say, no matter what they try to pretend, no matter how they try and bind their hands and say that they cannot consider human rights violations, nobody in a position of power is able to absolve themselves of considering the human rights of the people whose fates they decide. And so we have a duty and an obligation to continue fighting as people fought for me, for which I will be eternally grateful for the rest of my life. And through fighting, we will succeed again, we will be victorious, and Julian Assange will not be extradited to the USA. Because if he is, none of us should be able to live with Assange, because we have betrayed a human being of immense courage and principles, and we will have betrayed journalism and truth, and without these two things we have any hope of living in a free society. And so I want to remind everyone here, who need not be reminded necessarily because you will come, but I want to remind everyone who's watching this that you do not have the luxury, or you should not give yourself the luxury of being a spectator and a bystander and exempting yourself from this process and saying it's out of your hands. Nothing is out of the hands of the people if the people come together and stand up for what's right. And so we will fight today, and we'll fight at every hearing, and we will fight in between the hearings to save Julian, and by saving Julian from the horrific fate of being handed over to his oppressors and his persecutors, to people that want to punish him for revealing their crimes. By preventing that from happening, we will be ultimately upholding the values that we all believe in, and upholding the ability to live in a free society where journalism enables, through the power of truth, the prevention of abuses and war crimes and atrocities and corruption and injustice. And we all agree that we want to live in a world where the powerful do not get away with doing terrible things, and that can only happen if we fight for truth telling. So I will keep fighting for Julian Assange, and I hope everyone else does, and we will be victorious.
Thank you.
It's only one decision.
No extradition! It's only one decision! No
Jennifer
extradition!
Robinson's coming out now. We'll do a short statement from her here, okay?
John Pilcher's in the house.
I'm just going to make a quick statement. I'm not going to take questions, but there will be a group of us who are available to give short interviews as well. Today was the first of an extradition hearing in relation to the US extradition request for Julian Assange. As we heard inside the court, this case is an outrageous affront to journalistic protections. This indictment results in us facing significant obstacles to the preparation of this case, given the restrictions that are upon Mr. Assange inside that prison. Our inability to be able to deliver him documents, the fact he doesn't have a computer to be able to prepare this case, all of this is aggravated by the fact that he's still in hospital and continues to suffer permanent and difficult health impacts, adverse health impacts, as a result of his long-term confinement inside the embassy and now here in Belfast prison. We will be hearing the case, and the hearing will be taking place next year, February 2020. Thank you for your attention. I will be available for other questions.
It's only one decision. No extradition. Let's go. Thank you. I've got some
Hi everyone. So I'm not sure how much of that you heard from Julian's lawyers. I actually couldn't hear it. I tried to get my camera as closely to it. Hopefully I've got another camera recording, so hopefully that one recorded it better so you could hear what she said. But it looks like, as I say, it's been moved to the extradition hearing. It's been set for the February 24th or 5-day proceedings, February next year. So that's the update. Now I'm going to move straight from here. We're going to go and get something to eat and then cover another story that's breaking around London that no doubt the mainstream media won't be talking about tomorrow. So until then, I'll see you later. Free Julian Assange, everyone. Please make sure you subscribe, please make sure you click the bell, and click through to my website as well to find out ways you can support me. I'm down here because of you, remember. I'm reporting here because of you. So if you want more of it, I need support. I can't do it without you. Thanks very much.